Hello, friends, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Cheyenne Spotlight, where our goal is to shine light on local businesses that make our community special. I'm your host, Carrie Harris, a local realtor with R323 Real Estate, and today I'm at Indigo Buffalo Turquoise. We're going to sit down and talk to the owner, Emily, and find out all about this enchanting business. But before we do, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Emily, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We really appreciate it.
Of course.
So Indigo Buffalo Turquoise, tell us what inspired this business and what people can expect to find when they come here.
So I started personally collecting turquoise roughly 8 years ago, and I just kind of fell in love with it. We were down in New Mexico for a baseball tournament with my son's team, and I had gone to a shop, Sunwest Silver, to shop turquoise and kind of experience what New Mexico has to offer for turquoise. And when I was in there, the owner was actually there, and they just fell in love with me and how much I love turquoise. And they're like, "Do you want to sell it? Do you want to be a vendor?" And I was like, "Sure." So I started kind of selling just online out of my house basically at first. And then I was working with Pat at R323, and he had previously rented the space that I'm in now. And he knew it was coming available, and he was like, "You got to go talk to Gus." And so I did, and everything just fell into place really seamlessly. At my store, there's a lot of turquoise available online. If you shop turquoise, then you know it's pretty readily available. I really like collecting very unique, one-of-a-kind pieces, stuff that you can't just kind of type in to Google and find. And so I think that it's been something that people have really enjoyed. When they look through it, they'll come in and it looks small at first, but then when they really start looking, it'll take them hours to go through and really look at everything that I have.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you mentioned in a previous interview that certain pieces of jewelry attach themselves to certain customers. What did you mean when you said that?
So I've personally experienced this with turquoise. For me, it's Zuni. I love vintage or old pawn Zuni pieces. And in business, I've had several customers that have just fallen in love with pieces that they have to have. Probably my favorite story is this year at Frontier Days, a lady came back and she went straight for a squash blossom. She knew what she wanted, and she told me, "I was here last year, I saw it in your window. I wanted it so bad. I've dreamt about this squash blossom and thought about it." And I told myself if it was still there when I come back next year, then I'm gonna get it. And sure enough, she bought it and loved it and is super happy with it.
That's awesome. So as a lifetime resident of Cheyenne, what does it mean to you to be part of the downtown community?
I really think we have a very unique downtown. When I travel to other places, one that comes to mind is in Florida, down in the Keys, kind of going store to store. It was a lot of the same thing over and over. But something I really appreciate about being in downtown Cheyenne is every business kind of has something very unique to offer. Mm-hmm. I obviously do turquoise and jewelry. Over at Westward, she has hand-painted art and things that are just very unique for the shopping experience of downtown. So I really like trying to pay attention to what other businesses have. So when customers come in looking for something just specific, even if I don't have it, I know what business I can refer them to.
Awesome. So for our viewers who want to visit Indigo Buffalo for themselves, tell us where you're located.
So I am at 220 West Lincolnway, smack dab in between Wyoming Home and the Crown. And I've got a bright black and white storefront. And then we talked about my angel wings that my daughter and I made.
Beautiful.
Yeah, those are fun. They were a project, and I'm not sure how they're still hanging on. Hopefully I hit a stud. I don't know. They were heavy, but we made them for Frontier Days last year, and they just have found their place in the store.
They're absolutely gorgeous. That's what caught my attention to the store in the first place.
Thank you.
So what's the best way for people to connect with you and learn more about the store and everything you guys have to offer?
So probably primarily social media, Facebook, Instagram, and then we recently started posting on TikTok. When I get new inventory and things, I try to make posts about that so that people know what's coming in and out of the shop. And then I also have a website.
Awesome. Thank you, Emily, for joining us. We really appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for joining us for this latest episode of Cheyenne Spotlight, where we love to shine light on local business to make our community special. I'm your host, Carrie Harris, a local realtor with our 323 Real Estate. If you own a local business and want to suggest one for a future episode, let's connect. If you're ready to buy, sell, or you're just curious about the Cheyenne market, please reach out. All my contact information is listed in the description box below. I can't wait to see you next week when we shine light on another local business. Until then, please be kind and let your light shine.